Babe, you have 3 funeral plans. 3 funeral plans. How many times do you think you're going to die? Huh? 3 times? Hey, 1. How many times are you going to die? Hey, 1 fela.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey gorgeous, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kopano and this is how I do things. The show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things, and I can take it as entertainment or use it as advice. Take it, don't take it, use it, don't use it at all. Do what you will with it. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I'm not me. No professional. I am no professional whatsoever. If you want to go get some professional financial advice, go to a financial advisor, somebody who is registration, and then you can go get your financial advice. This is just what I have done and what I would do if I was in your shoes. Babes, it's the middle of the year, somewhere, somehow, in the middle, in the mix, where it's like split and there's like 6 months this side and 6 months that side. By now, you have formed some financial habits that are going to stick for the rest of the year. So the other day, I like to reset, ne? So I was resetting my businesses from an administration point of view. I was deep cleaning. I was deep in the twapes of my business, just looking at things and just removing things, right? And then I decided to look at some of the costs that we have. And at the end of the day, when I walked away, I had saved us almost $100 on things. And in South African rands, it's like 1,500 rand. Just on one sit down with my business admin. And I wasn't even done. I wasn't done. So I was thinking to myself, mid-year money reset. I was resetting just from a life perspective, but when I looked at it, I was like, this money, honey, that I am saving here, if I just do a deeper dive, I'm pretty sure I could save some more shalete somewhere, which is the truth. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that I am doing, have done to save myself money and to do a financial money reset in the middle of the year. This could either save you money or get you better deals on things that you already have. Like I said, we've already formed our money habits by now. It's hardly going to change over the next 6 months. But if you get an awareness of what's going on, maybe it might motivate you to change some stuff, or you might find a few extra thousands lying around somewhere in your bank accounts, in your subscriptions, in your payments. Here are things that you have to look out for, and 8 tips I have for you if you're going to do a financial money reset in the middle of the year. Number 1, whatever you do, this is like a pitfall, and that's why I want to have a warning right at the beginning of the video, because I know some of you are just going to be like, cut insurance, cut life cover, cut just to save money. We're not doing that. We're not going to be stupid, okay? We need insurance. You cut your insurance to save money, and then you go bump your car. You know how much money you're going to be paying to repair your own car and to repair someone else's car? Insurance is there for a reason. Yes? Yes. Okay. So whatever you do, you're going to assess your money based on performance and how much it costs. So when you look at different elements of your life, whether you're looking at your insurance or whether you're looking at your loan repayments, you're going to look at performance, meaning how well are you doing and how well is it performing? And number 2, which is the cost. How much is it actually costing you? Can you reduce it? Can you manage it better? Or can you do something to manage that cost a little bit better? So whatever you do, don't just cut for the sake of cutting just because you want to cut it out of your life, just because you want to save the money. Sometimes it may mean that you can start paying double on certain loan repayments so that it can be paid off by the end of the year. But this can only happen if you can check on it, call a few people, find out what's going on. So we're going to look at the performance of things and the money side of things, and not just to cut things out to save, but to just make our lives financially better. Number 1 is the biggest part where I found my money, which is subscriptions. Look at all the subscriptions that you have. At the beginning of the year, we were just like, I'm going to get a meditation app, I'm going to get an exercise app, I'm going to, I'm going to subscribe for this magazine, and I'm going to subscribe for gym, and I'm going to subscribe for all of these things that we thought we would get into. Look at all of those subscriptions. For some people, you may have an iPhone and it just debits your account once a month with one bulk amount of money, and then you don't really pay attention to where actually is all this money coming from and where is it going to. I'm a huge believer in paying premium for your apps because you actually get a better experience out of it. However, you're not always going to use all of those things. So try and go through your entire subscription list, starting from something as simple as your phone, going through all of the subscriptions that you have and end the subscriptions that you have, making sure that you're not just deleting the app, but you're actually ending the subscription as well. Then go into your actual life. What are you subscribed to? How much is it charging you? Can you reduce it or remove it? So on some of the things that I was subscribed to, mostly from a business perspective, I realized that I was subscribed to like the top tier of the thing. So for example, I use an online webinar platform, right, for my business, only to realize that I had paid for a specific capacity based on me being so ambitious and I have been paying for that capacity when I only need about half of it, removing about 400, 600 Rand from my monthly payments just by removing that one subscription, just by downgrading on that one. I did the same for another subscription that I had where I had too many benefits that I wasn't actually using. And when I reduced those benefits, I ended up paying half and saving close to 1,000 Rand just on removing and reducing on that subscription. So that's what you want to do. You want to look at all your subscriptions and look at all the features and look at all the benefits, which ones you actually need and which ones don't you need, and remove or reduce the ones that you don't need. I love this one. This saved me a lot of cash, and hopefully it will save you a lot of cash too. Number 3 is just an alert. It happens to me often. So I had this subscription, which I thought I had removed, but I hadn't removed the annual repayments of things. Annual subscriptions are the worst. Okay, you may not even remember that you had this annual subscription. So go back into your archives and look for your annual subscriptions. If you can remove them because you don't need them, remove them now. It will save you a lot of heartache when you see that something just comes into your account and goes zap. You know those payments that just go zap. You can feel it, that when that goes ka-ching in your bank account and it just goes. That's the type of sound effect that it has. It doesn't just deduct, it goes. It sucks the life out of your bank account. That's what annual subscriptions do. So go back and check all your annual subscriptions so you do not get shocked. When those annual subscriptions come around. Number 4 is a huge lifesaver, your insurances. You want to go and look at all your insurances. Now, pro tip is that you need to try and look for an independent financial advisor. What is an independent financial advisor? An independent financial advisor is not signed up to just one financial institution. So for example, you may have insurance with Discovery and your financial advisor is a Discovery financial advisor. They're not independent. So should you say that, listen, I actually want to shop around and I want to see what my options are in terms of my long-term insurance, that person can only shop within Discovery. However, if you have an independent financial advisor, they have codes with different places, meaning they can take you to Liberty, they can take you to Discovery, they can take you to Hollard, they can take you to all these different places. And if they don't have a code for a specific place, like let's just say Santam, they're able to get it for you within a month or so, okay? So when you find someone like that, what you want to ask them is, can you please draw up my financial profile? This will tell you about every insurance, every long-term investment that you have ever taken out. And this is what happens for a lot of people. They get to the end of their lives or they find a new financial advisor who's independent, and this person draws up this financial statement of all of their financial history. And they find out that back in the days, I had a policy that I was paying for. I had an investment, let's just say a retirement annuity that I was paying for, and I stopped. And guess what? There's still money left over there. Oh, I can get that money out. with certain terms and conditions. But sometimes we forget about these things. I have a policy like that, which I was paying for, I stopped paying for, but the money doesn't disappear. I actually am entitled to that money. I have a decision whether to keep it, transfer it, or whatever I want to do with it. But I won't know that if I don't have someone to check up on it, right? So get yourself somebody who can pull up that profile of your entire insurance history and find out what you have and what you don't have. Now, this is a good time for you to look at specific things. Number one, are all of your benefits in your policy something that you actually want? Is a way for you to renegotiate. And remember, throughout the year, all of these companies come out with new solutions and new products. So you can find out that if there is a better solution for you with that specific insurer, if you like them. If not, can you shop around? And number two, are you eligible for a payout, darling? Oh, payouts, girl, you got to love payouts. Payouts happen often. And if you are with an insurer that does not have a payout, ask them why not. If they tell you that, listen, we just don't have it, and you have been claim free for 3 years, you should leave and go somewhere else. Because there are other insurers that will actually pay you for being the type of person who has not claimed in 3 years. So if you have been with an insurer for 3 years, have not claimed anything, and you do want to check up on your policies, find out if you have any payouts, find out if it's coming soon, because what happens for a lot of people is they tend to stuff it up right before the payout. So look out for those things. Find out how long it's been, find out if you need a payout, and if you do, girl, prepare yourself. We might go on holiday, or we're just gonna save that money. We're gonna be good girls. We're not gonna buy shoes. We're gonna save. Number 5 is your bank accounts. Okay, there's different levels to this bank account thing. The first, which is pretty basic, is your bank fees. Again, banks and financial institutions tend to come out with new products and solutions, and they change their promises in the middle of the year. So find out if you're paying more than you need to pay with your current bank account. And this happens quite often. Sometimes you'll have somebody calling you to alert you that, hey, do you know that you're paying too much on this bank account type? Maybe you should move, especially when you are in a different pay bracket as you had actually estimated. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, you thought that you'd be making about 20K a month, and it turns out that you're making about 40K a month. That means that your bank charges are different, and you can move from one bank account type to another bank account type. Again, you want to make sure that you take out your bank statements, look at how much you're actually paying in total for your bank fees, and if you can move to something else that would make it much easier for you to pay less. The second thing is your miles, your bonuses, and any loyalty points that you may have. Almost every single bank has some sort of bonus or some sort of loyalty program that they have, where a percentage of the money that you are spending or putting into the bank account is stored up in points, miles, and cash back. Check up on those things. This also happens with your subscription, whatever cell phone subscription that you have. For example, I have a prepaid plan, but in that prepaid plan, I've been accumulating points. The other day, I got myself some free data, okay? So if you can do that, check up on all your miles, your points, and your loyalty programs to check if you have any benefits that are outstanding that you can use, darling, and have fun. Number 6 is one for people who have loans that are being currently repaid. Sometimes we get into a point where we're just like, okay, you know what? I can actually start to pay back my loans at a more aggressive rate. If you have been doing that, now is a good time to call up your bank, call the loan department or the credit department and find out, okay, this is what I've been currently paying for this specific loan. Is there a way that I can reset my payments, reset my interest rate, or is there a discount that I can get for my aggressive payment structure? These are questions that people don't ask. You don't ask, what can I do? How can I reset something? So if you're paying back your car and you've just decided you're going to keep paying double, you'll find out that this entire time you've been paying back the interest and your capital amount has gone nowhere. So you need to call the bank and find out, where exactly have my payments been going? How has it been affecting my interest and my capital? How can I reset my payments in a way that moving forward, this aggressive payment can bring down the total amount that I'm actually paying. Because when you first took out your loan, you were saying that you were going to pay back in 5 years, and now you're on track to pay back in 2 years or to pay back in a year. So you need to find out, is there any benefits that I can get based on my aggressive payment plan? And if you have been doing so over the past 6 months, then you actually do have a leg to stand on. You can call and find out, is there anything that I can do? Is there a discount that I can get? You can maybe find out that, you know what, I'm actually halfway through with my payment plan, and if I was to go and get a discount for the remaining payment, I can maybe pay that off by saving up over the next 2-3 months and paying that off in one big lump sum, as opposed to paying over the next 6 months. But this is something that you have to go and find out. Instead of you paying back these double payments the entire time, find out, is there a discount that I can pay? Yes, there is a discount that I can pay to settle the account. This is how much it is. And if I save up, maybe I can pay that discounted rate as opposed to paying over time. All right, my honeys, that is how I have been doing my mid-year money reset. And I hope that you will be doing your mid-year money reset and saving yourself some money too. If you're saving yourself about 1,000, 2,000 Rand per month in the next 6 months, you could be gaining yourself anything north of 10,000 Rand at the end of the year from just saving on that money. Don't pay for things that you don't have to pay for. Let's make that money, honey. I've never really been the type of person to be a penny pincher, but now I see why it is actually beneficial, because we are just wasting money. We are just wasting money. Honestly. Why? For what? For who? For why? Huh? New clothing, new hair, new shoes, or just savings. I mean, it just makes sense. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you will be sharing this with a friend who needs it. Yes, because that's how it works around here. But until next time, gorgeous, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye. Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for watching and thank you for making it right until the end. Now listen, if you have not subscribed to my channel, click on this button right here to get subscribed and feel free to binge watch. If you want to get yourself her daily success journal, which is a 90-day goal journal, especially now in the middle of the year when you want to reset and you want to get on those goals and achieve something amazing, then head over to my description down below. I've got a discount for you. Don't tell anyone, I've got a discount. And get your journal right now. We deliver all around the world, darlings. Until next time, toodles.